Oh, hi Bob, and welcome to another edition of Movies and More. Now, as a sci-fi fan, I've been waiting in earnest for the latest instalment of For All Mankind. This is the 5th season, and I've just watched all of them over 3 nights viewing. Now, if anyone's new to this programme, I'll give you a brief rundown. It's set up as an alternative history of the space race. The seasons so far are as follows. Season 1 is where the space race between the Russians and the Americans is on, and we see who can land on the moon first. And season 1 has a kind of like a Right Stuff feel to it. It's all about the training for the trip, the pilots, and the flights leading up to the landings. We have real and made-up characters. On the real side, we have Werner von Braun, who after his rocket development for the Nazis is now designing rockets for the Americans. And then the fictional characters, we have like Joel Kinnaman playing astronaut Ed Baldwin. There's Margot, who's trying to rise up the ladder in a male-dominated world. And Alida Rosales, a young Latina girl who crosses the border with her father looking for a better life. I just love the opening of these series. When we get a quick update on who's president and what's going on in the world in this present time, because the series jumps years, so the updates are really important to the context of the stories. As you can imagine, the first season is set in the 60s with the moon landings. So each series focuses on a different decade. So the openings and the information in the openings is very important. Season 2 is set in the 80s, where we get people setting up colonies on the moon. And we still have the tensions between the USA and Russia. I'll be brief with these summaries, as I'll try not to include any spoilers. Season 3 is set during the 90s, and the race is on to land on Mars. Season 4, set in the 2000s, revolves around mining on an asteroid named Goldilocks. Now, there are some wonderful characters throughout the show, and the scripts are very good. I got into this late, but the bonus for me was that allowed me to watch the first 3 series all together, and I fell in love with this. Characters of Ed Baldwin and his wife Karen, Gordo and Tracy Stevens, Margot Madisons, Alida Rosales, Danielle Poole, Ellen Wilson, and Molly Cobb are all really great characters to watch out for. So season 5 is now broadcast, and I've been waiting some time for this. This season 5 is set in 2013, and it involves people working and living on Mars, with the mining continuing, and also the quest to find some form of life other than human. I can't really say much more now. I don't want to spoil it. But what I loved about seasons 1 to 4 was some fantastic scripts, some great acting and characters, and overall, this show is very well made. Now, the problem you get when a series progresses over a vast amount of years is that not all of the characters stay alive, and the remaining ones get very old. This obviously can't be helped. So, as we go along, we need new and younger characters to continue the show. Now, as I sat watching season 5, I felt quite unmoved. I couldn't wait for further episodes in the earlier seasons, but this just wasn't grabbing me in the same way. It may be, as I said earlier, that some of the better characters are not present. And I'm not used to these newbies to the series, but I struggled to get invested with some of them. Maybe it's me, but some of the acting was pretty poor. Not sure the scripts were up to previous quality. I had this feeling when watching where I knew what was going to happen and some of it was blindingly obvious. And that's not a good sign. It just looked a bit cheap compared to previous seasons. And I needed to find out if there were different writers or something that might explain why. I needed to understand what went wrong and why one of the best sci-fi shows for years had become pretty average. It was a bit like a soap opera and it had little tension. So looking on Google, I discovered that the 2023 writers' strike had caused delays and creative shifts, paused in development and having to rework, rewrite and refine stories when they finally resumed production. That's what it says. And this explains quite a lot. It's not ruined, but it's poor in comparison to previous ones. There is one more season to go, so hopefully it will regain my trust and be great again. I don't want you to be put off. It's watchable, but what went before it is absolutely fantastic. And this season certainly was not at all. One of the things I was disappointed with is Margot Madison's character. It was completely wasted in this. Now, she's been a main character in the previous seasons, but even though she's actually in season 5, it's like, oh, we don't really have a plot for you or a script. Such a waste. If she wasn't in it, you wouldn't notice. Ed Baldwin's almost the same. Not really anything for him to do in this, but walk around moaning most of the time. That being said, this still remains one of my favourite modern sci-fi series, and one iffy season can't ruin it for me. I still love it, and season 6 could redeem it and go out with a bang. In season 5, I disliked some of the characters so much that I just wish they'd all get killed so I don't have to endure them any longer. Again, not a good sign. There aren't many strong characters left at the moment, and this needs addressing urgently before they write the final chapter in this wonderful series. Please don't spoil the legacy. Summing up, season 5, I didn't hate it. I just felt it was very average with some poor characters, with some poor acting, and the scripts was not good enough. I was not addicted in any way. In fact, it was a bit of a chore that I wanted to finish it as soon as possible. And so we move on waiting for season 6, which will probably be another 1 or 2 years. Guessing the last season will be set somewhere in the 2020s. Let's hope it's a good one that does it justice. Please go and watch the series from the beginning if you can. If you like sci-fi, you won't be disappointed. Seasons 1, 2 and 3 are the best. Season 4 is just slightly under those. And season 5 is easily the poorest of them all, but still worth watching. I would be very interested in what you guys think. I don't think it's just me who is underwhelmed with this instalment. So thank you for watching this review. I hope you enjoyed it. At the end of the day, it's just my opinion. Please like and subscribe if you would be so kind. And look out for more of our reviews coming soon.